You know, he was like...
Was that standard for all the artists?
No, this just was something he did at the time. So I think what happened was he made so much money so quick with the body moving, and that night when we went to the studio, he cut us a $5,000 check. You know, and so you couldn't tell us, you know, we wasn't on one. And so we just thought like this shit was gonna be like this forever. You know, but it didn't go like that. You know, because you didn't know, you know, motherfucker wasn't gonna educate you on it. You know, you had to go find out for yourself. And if you challenged it, it was a problem. You know, like you tripping. You know, I'm taking care of you, motherfucker. What you tripping about? OG Love, formerly of the Prime Suspects, Uzy Man. You know, but you can catch me at OG Love right now. I ain't got nothing but the Instagram. Go up with me.
That's what it is. Where would you say people know you most from?
Well, you know, I'm from Uptown. I'm from off the Parkway. You know, people mostly know me from being on No Limit with the Prime Suspects. You know, we was a group. It was 3 of us. Meeska, New, and T. Rest in peace, New 9. New passed away.
Yeah, let's get into that. So how did that come about?
What the
group?
The group? Oh man, we wasn't no rappers. Like, see how Fiend and Mac and all them dudes was rappers. Mm-hmm. Like, we wasn't no rappers. Like, but we all come there at the same time. We had got a little drop in the I'm Bout It movie. You know, I was Big Man, he was Half Pint. You know, we kind of like got hood famous for that. And everywhere we went with P, you know, people would want us to sign autographs as Big Man and Half Pint. You know, when that shit was hot. And so, you know, my partner T.
How was here's a question too. I mean, to cut you off. There are a lot of people don't ask. Just ran through my mind. How was the checks like to pay for Bout It?
All right, let me get. I'm about to bam. I'm gonna get to you. Okay. So T was Pete's cousin, and you know they moved out to Cali, or they moved up like a block up the street from my grandma. So me, T, and Silk, Rashawn, you know, we kind of like hung, and we used to go play basketball and shit all the time. You know, we was athletes type dudes, and I caught a robbery charge in '94. I said from '94 to '96 on an armed robbery charge, and when I'm looking at the TV and all that, I'm bout it. You say you bout it? Fuck me up. You know, so I had just met P like 2 times though. Cause we used to hang with the other brother, Cav. Cav was like our big dog. Okay. You know, Cav used to bring us everywhere. We go play 4-man basketball and we wouldn't lose. You know, Cav was good. You know, and so when Cav passed, you know, it was C. You know, we used to go everywhere, play basketball.
What was, because a lot of people don't hear about a lot of that either, bro. Like Kev was, he was older than C. He was right under.
Yeah,
P.
he was under P. He was older than C.
So how was he? Like,
man, Kev was a fool, man. Kev wanted to boot up. Like Kev would go anywhere. Fuck you looking at me. You know, he was a fool, but you know he. You know, and when he passed, my partner T had fucked him up because Cav used to take care of him. Mm-hmm. You know, P was gone already. He was in California.
So they went into the music when Cav was.
P was just getting into it. He was in Richmond somewhere. Oh, he was just starting up. You know,
was Cav ever interested in writing? Is there any recording?
I don't know nothing about Cav ever being interested in writing or recording nothing. No, none of that, nothing like that. You know, I remember Cav used to talk about the Tools, the Crew, and all of that shit all the time. But you know, that's before my time. You know, so you know, you hear the stories or whatnot. But you know, and Cav was a gangster. You know, Cav was a gangster, and he when he passed away, it fucked my partner T up. He went in a deep depression behind that. You know, but then when I went to jail and when I look on the TV, I see I'm about it. I see Silk on there. On the players from the South Stage, he fucked me up. You know, I'm like, what the fuck? You know, so I'm calling home, they telling me, boy, you better start writing, P a millionaire. So, you know, I'm like, shit, all right. So I start writing. You know, that shit, ABC 1, 2, 3. You know, we wasn't no rappers. You know.
So you wasn't writing before then? You wasn't rapping?
Never before I seen P on the TV talk about, I'm bout it. Yeah, you bout it. When I seen that, I start. Man, my first rap, I kind of remember a little bit of it. Tony Montana was a soldier, but I didn't. Boy, the ABC 1, 2, 3. You know, it just wasn't. And so when I came home, I was home a couple of months, and they shot most of the Bout It movie, like all of them scenes. They just was on the corner of what that is, Russia Blade and
Daily.
No, it wasn't in the project. It It was on Rush across Napoleon. I forget what street that is, Mile or whatever it was. But they was just doing it from different angles and shit. And so, you know, P just looked up and said, man, y'all want to get in the movie? We like, fucking right. So we got a red truck, me and Skinu kidnapped Silk. We kidnapped him, but bitches a robbery, don't make it a murder. You know, and then we had him, you know, they chose Skinu up and killed him, Pickpocket killed him in the movie. And then, you know, they killed me in the movie too. I was watching see some Silk, and he said something about you know my brother gonna kill you, and everybody was famous for that, like fuck you and your brother. You know, that was my little 30 seconds of fame or whatever. You know, but everybody knew us from Big Man. So after that night, you know, I'm telling Pete, man, I just bought this shirt, man. I don't want to fuck this shirt up. And Pete like, well, don't worry about the fucking shirt, I got you. So he gave us $500 that night or whatever. About a month later, that shit went to blowing up. That boy called us to Baton Rouge, bought like 15 fucking Camaros, paid the fucking insurance out for a year, and gave us a $5,000 check. Boy, we thought we was on like Donkey Kong. We went straight to Houston, in the Astro World. You know, we were missing for a week. Me, Skinu, and T, you know, we flashed out. You know, so everybody like, damn, y'all get money and get the fuck out. You know, because the rap dudes, like, they was focused, like, you know, we was street dudes at the time. We wanted to go fuck with them broads. You know, you couldn't tell us nothing. Like, you young 24, shit. Brand new Camaro, 97 Camaro in 97, shit. 30 down at the T-tops, bitch had like 18 miles on it. You know, so.
Damn, yeah, that's one thing, bro. Damn, I definitely want to touch up on P was taking care of artists. Like, there's no artist that I know of. There's no history of nobody online that I can say or no record of P not paying somebody. You know.
I mean, P is give and take because, you know, like with us, I think it was like more of like the favor shit. You know, like my little cousin won't rap. That's his partners. Y'all come on rap. But Mac and Fiend and and Mystical and Mia, they was rappers before that. You know, so he went and got them because they could rap. You know, we was just on because of like family and friends, the friendship shit.
When you say cousin, you speaking of yourself?
No. Gangsta T is okay. P cousin, the first or second cousin or some shit like that. You know, they tight. You know, and that's how we, you know, fuck with them. You know.
Who Kev was more before he passed? Who he was more tight with? C, P?
Kev was like you know, he was tight. I don't know how him and P relationship was, and I think C at that time was, I don't know if he was in the military or I don't know where he was at, but you know, I didn't really see him interact with them too much. You know, he was more of a loner. You know, he would just come get us all every day. He'd come get us. We just go play basketball. You know, I don't know what he was. We was lip boys. You know, at the time we didn't. You know, it was our big dog. Cav said move, we move.
You said and I could be tripping. You said C was in the military?
No, C was.
C was in the military. Yes.
Yeah, C was in the military. He was in the military. Yeah.
What branch?
I'm not sure. I know he went.
Marine.
I don't know, but that's a fact. He was in the military. You know, I don't know what I remember him leaving for a little while, and I remember when he came back. You remember he came back, and C had went to California, and he caught some robbery charges or something, and they had him. Remember when they had the tents in OPP, like the tents, the real tents outside, the green tents, Tent City? Yeah, I think C was in that shit, but I don't think he didn't get convicted for whatever happened. I don't think he got convicted for it, but he stayed back there a while on some robbery shot. Maybe it was extradition or something. I'm not sure with all that. I know he was in there, but I'm not sure what the charge was, and it was after he got out of the military.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Something I want to touch up on, make sure I don't forget too. Pac said it was a story about Birdman. I know it's not on the same wavelength we on right now.
No, he talking about Pac talking about when I remember T Knox said in Club Rumors when they did the show in Club Rumors.
Him, Soulja Slim.
Him, Soulja. It was Reg. You know, Reg passed away. Slim passed away, and it was T Knox and QB1. And I was in Rumors that night when they did the concert. And what happened was, when Reg got up there to start rapping, what his name was? Dude, the Pimp Daddy. Mm-hmm. Pimp Daddy was in the Buddha or whatever. I think Pimp Daddy was baby artist or something like that. And so Pimp Daddy cut the music off. So you know, Reg being the gangster he was, turned around, called them all kind of pussy ass motherfuckers and bitch ass, blah 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 blah, and I don't even remember if they performed the song that night or not, but I know that started off that's how it started off, and I just remember Baby and Reg. We didn't call Baby at the time. Reg used to call him Cash Money. I didn't know who the fuck Baby was. You know, I just know the nigga had all the goals in his mouth, and they were talking about he had Pimp Daddy and UNLV and all of them or whatever. Right. But him and Reg was talk. They wasn't fussing. They just was talking like, you know, or whatever. But you know, Reg was gonna speak his piece. You know, that was Slim Big Dog. Reg, you know, a lot of people don't know that's who Slim looked up to. You know, Reg. Soulja Slim. Yeah, that's who that was. He kind of like, you know, Reg was the no picks nigga. You know, rob anybody, get it how you live and all of that. And Slim kind of, you know, took on his persona. You know, and Reg got killed. I think Slim was in jail and Reg got killed or whatever, but. You know, see, Slim was one of them dudes. Slim used to be on the park. We used to call him Ice Cream. That was his first name, Ice Cream. Before it was Magnolia Slim or Soulja Slim, it was Ice Cream. Right. And he was the barber. You know, he used to cut everybody hair or whatever.
Say, but before we continue, but that night ended. I'm not sure if you just said
No. Nothing. I never saw nobody get some ice or nothing like that. They was like talk. They was fussing, talking. Or whatnot, but I think Baby was more or less telling them like, you tripping, oh you bye. Reg was just mad going off, but then fuck no, ain't nobody get slapped.
Gotcha. And you said you were saying they used to call you mentioned the Parkway. You was just talking about Slim. They used to call him Ice Cream.
Yeah, used to call him Ice Cream.
Was this on the Parkway?
Yeah, this was on the Parkway. That's when he was young. He was young as a motherfucker. You know, like they got that song Quarter Shop. Man, I looked it up on it. You can't find that motherfucker nowhere. But Slim was 15.
I'm trying to find that bitch too.
Yeah, Slim was 15 years old and he ate that bitch like, you know, a little boy. You know, and
you remember the lyrics?
Yeah. Then the boy say, banking on the set, I'm slinging them the cues and paying off them people so you know that I got nothing to lose, and if I lose out, it's coming back to me because I'm a hustler. 7.5 grams to 50 quarters, cutting cluckers. So holla at it, I got that hair on too, you heard me, plus a Glock 45 for them be trying to serve me. Shit didn't happen before. One of my own boys tried to bring the heat. That's the same reason I did it to him and his family. I went out like a soldier, went to the funeral in my tuxedo up with my Glock. Start popping up off the people. I take you out off of me. I'm a dope man. I'm only 15 and slinging buku fucking cocaine. Ain't no pussy on my mind. See, it's all about the paper. I rather than to get a sack shake. I ain't got time for no one. Who see what I'm saying? That's a rap. Them hoes be sweating the tap because they know I'm on the map. Banking slanging cubes, like I said when I first started. Snorting that off powder with the G. We getting it all. Still that same old. You know, Slim he been a wild child. You know,
sound like him too.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that. You know, but I guess that come from New Orleans. Sound like New Orleans. Memphis sound like Memphis. Miami sound like, man. You know, me and Slim kind of from the same era. He 3 years younger than me. You know, so we kind of from the same era. You know, so I guess that I get that a lot.
So, bro, the name Ice Cream, where'd that come from?
Cause he was icy on that mic.
Okay.
You know, he was.
He gave himself that name.
I don't know where he get that name from. I met him as Ice Cream. Okay. You know, like I don't know where. When I met him, his name was Ice Cream. You know, the Ice Cream. Slim was just been a wild child. You know, either Slim. It was with Slim. It wasn't no. It was either you fuck with him or you don't. Off him or you off with him. You know, it wasn't no in the middle with him.
Did he turn into the Slim that the world know, or was he always that Slim at that?
Well, Slim had a little game about itself. What Slim did was Slim kept going to jail for bullshit after bullshit after bullshit after bullshit, kept the charge after charge. And then he could rap real good, and he kind of like got a cult type of following in jail. You know, and you know that jailhouse game. You know, he came home. He came to No Limit with that jailhouse game. You know, he like and he just would. You know, he just had a way of making people follow him. You know, like a get behind him because he talked that shit. You know, he talked that shit, and he wasn't no chump. You know, he wasn't no. You know, he gonna go. You know, so you know, but people like a lot of people that know him back then used to be like, man, nigga ain't like that, it's this, that. But you know, Slim was gonna go. You know, Diane.
Bro, your group on No Limit, whatever happened to him?
Shit, No Limit dismantled. You know, like, I mean, when we put our album out, you know, we like, I think P was thinking of it, this is my personal opinion. I think P was thinking of it more like, you know, man, them dudes they ought to be grateful I put them on. You know, he didn't take and say, like, push our shit like he would have pushed somebody, like push his shit or push me Mystical, because they were big artists, you know. And we were like, they had the big artists and they had like second tier artists. You know, we was like the second tier artists. And so he you know, you know, P was kind of genius in the sense that he put that, he was like the first dude I saw in the CDs, you know, he do CDs back then. He used to put the album covers in the CDs. And so that kind of became iconic. They even had CDs that never came out, but you still remember them album covers. You know, and so that shit was so hot.
Advertising within itself.
Yeah, advertising, but he was a genius with that part, you know, and so, but he didn't know he was being a genius. This shit was by luck. You know, all this shit was luck. You know, he didn't like the motherfucker asked me, did he know the bottom? How the fuck you know that shit gonna take off like that? He just, everything he touched just turned to gold. You know, and so he had like a little run, and then when it, you know, as it, like G Unit had their run, and then it was over. You know, you know, I think all of them. Young Boy gonna have his run. One day it's gonna be over. You know, Lil Baby, one day it's gonna be over. You know, the world changed. The rap changed. Like you can't rap how we rap back then. You know, you if you don't have no harmonization in it, you don't put that T-Pain on it a little bit. You know, that auto-tune a little. They ain't gonna even listen.
Songs.
Yeah, they're not gonna even listen. You know, you can't rap how we rap back then. Now you got to adjust. The world changed. You know, so you can't. I come out to that some shit to say, right or wrong, what you choosing, either way. You know, that's not gonna listen to that. You gotta, right or wrong, what you choosing, either way. You know, you gotta put a little effect on it or whatever. It's just different now. They Kevin Gates and Young Boy and them got the world just won't hear that.
Say, bro, it was Prime Suspects.
Prime Suspects.
What, did KL do all the music on y'all?
KL did a lot of the music. See, when we did our shit, they was filming I Got the Hookup. You know, so we stayed back and did our album. So we got it was KL, Craig B, Moby Dick, Carlos, and Odell. So we got to pick any beat we wanted from them 5 dudes with nobody else around. So the production on our shit was dynamite because we listened to beats and they like, man, what? You know, them dudes came back and was like, man, how y'all get them on tight ass beats? Shit, we just picked the beats we wanted. You know, they was just up for grabs. Nobody else wanted them.
So they had music videos?
We had one music video with Mystical back then. You know, it was Liquidation of the Ghetto. You know, that was the name of it. Mystical cut up on that bitch. You know, he that was one of the Mystical top verses. You ask me, top 3 verses ever. And that's saying a lot because Mystical then ran it right. You know, so man, you asked me something else where I wanted to get back to with the pay or something you asked me about.
Yeah, I was just flowing through my mind. So I was about to ask was I was asking about the checks for that movie, but so he gave us the $500 that night. Mm-hmm. He a month later or whatever, he bought us the Progressive. You know, he up with us like, you got your license? I'm like, no. He like, oh, that's too bad. And he paid the insurance out for a whole year. So we go to Jerry Lane, and he was more excited than us. Mm-hmm. I ain't lying. The dude was jumping up and down. He was like, oh, you know, he was, you know, but whatnot. And he, you know, he was like. Was that standard for all the artists?
No, this just was something he did at the time. So I think what happened was he made so much money so quick with the body moving. And that night when we went to the studio, he cut us a $5,000 check. You know, and so you couldn't tell us, you know, we wasn't on one. And so we just thought like this shit was gonna be like this forever. You know, but it didn't go like that.
5. I thought it was like 15,000.
What?
That he would give all the artists, which I thought was dope as fuck.
No, P would.
Some artists he was giving houses though, right? Then he get Slim them out.
Yeah, well, he bought the Prime Suspects a house. Okay, so the first wave of artists all got houses. You know, Mystical and Mystical was in the country club with him. You know, he had some fire shit. Silk C, all of them had Snoop, all of them had the $1 million houses in the country club in Baton Rouge. We was in the Spring Lake subdivision, most of us. You know, like my house was $170, paid for in my name. You know, and so here go the thing though. So we don't know nothing about the music industry. We don't know nothing about publishing. We don't know nothing about none. We never got none of that. So, and here's the thing: like when you're an artist, when you do that, that's supposed to be for you, no matter what happened. That's supposed to be for you. And we just, they probably got money out there for me now. I just never knew how to get it or whatever. But I don't think it's enough to go get an entertainment lawyer and try to look at it, because they didn't have that digital shit back then. Like you can't really play a motherfucker now because it's all counted digitally. The way they counted it before, it was different. You could see they had this thing called SoundScan or whatnot, and that was, that's like a it's like a dinosaur. You don't see no Blockbusters no more. You don't see no music stores no more. That's the internet killed all of that. And so if your music was in Blockbuster, Walmart, big shit, it get counted towards SoundScan. But if your music was in Peaches, L&L's music or something, it didn't get counted, but still got paid for it. So you couldn't really. It didn't count towards sales. You couldn't really keep record of it, but he still was getting the checks for it or whatnot. So I just walked in the room one day. That boy say, you owe me 300 and wait, what it was? No, I owed him 260,000. I'm like, all right. It was for the video. It was for all the plane tickets. It was for advancements. It was for.
He was serious?
Yeah, he was serious. He called each one of us up, and I owed the least. Skinu owed the second most. T owed Gangsta T owed the most. As a group, we owed like $1 million. To Pete. And so when KL.
And this was a total surprise. It was
well, we just didn't know. We didn't know no better. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, we with the partner shit, like Mystical. I mean, Fiend and all of them. They knew about this from fucking with Big Boy Records. They knew about publishing. They knew about spins. They knew about all of that stuff. But it was like one of them things that just wasn't never talked about. Like P took care of. He gave everybody something that they didn't have. I still ain't bought another house since then. I'm just saying, like, he gave, and that was at 24 years old. I owned my own house free and clear. So he gave us a bunch of stuff that would have been hard to accomplish on our own. So for that, everybody was grateful. But you still was, they still had other monies in there that, that never, because you didn't know, motherfucker wasn't gonna educate you on it. You had to go find out for yourself. And if you challenged it, it was a problem. Like you tripping. I'm taking care of you, motherfucker. What you tripping about? Right. You tripping about your publishing. So.
And did you feel that way at that time?
I felt that way years later. What happened with how like our group broke up. Okay, bam, Kane and Eva got in trouble with the Fed shit or whatever. Then Steady Mobbin came down. One of them came down with some weed from California. He got busted on the airplane with the weed. So he wrote them off the label, like kicked them off the label or whatever. And nothing was, every time we go to the studio or something, they just be like, man, P not fucking with that right now. He started fucking with the sports shit, the No Limit sports shit, whatever. And nothing but athletes was around there. Second tier athletes, like Tractor Trailer, used to play for Michigan State or whatever, Derek Anderson, Ryan Mercer, them kind of dudes was around. It wasn't none of the superstars like Covia, it wasn't no real big, right. Like all type dude. It was like it was players, but it wasn't them guys. And so, they would be around and we couldn't come around no more, and we asked what's going on, just be like, man, P gonna get with y'all. So he sent us some checks. He sent us $2,500 on the 1st and 15th for 6 months. So we called and we like, well, how long this gonna have? We gonna get this for? And like forever. I'm like, forever? You gonna get that forever? $2,500 on 1st, 15th.
Why did he do that?
I don't even know. I don't know. Like nobody was talking to him. And then the check stopped. So when the check stopped, everybody panicked. And then they had a few. Him and the producer, the main producer had some type of feud. They little feud or whatever going on. And then KL bought a lot of the people to No Limit. Mm-hmm. Like he was responsible really for. Well, we probably would have got there anyway, but you could say KL was responsible. KL my big dog. he bought Slim, he bought Fiend, he bought Mac, he bought, you know, I don't know about Mia. Okay. I don't know how Mia got there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't through KL. You know, he bought Hound, he bought a bunch of dudes there, and so it was kind of like when they fell out, you know, it caused like panic. People was trying to get out the contracts and shit and go sign. So T, my partner T, being his cousin, went to him and was like, man, let us out this contract. Fuck what we owe you. And he like, man, if I do that, I'm gonna lose my money. He like, man, just do that. And so he let me and T go like that. We thought we was hot shit. You couldn't tell us we wasn't about to go get no deal with whoever was hot, you know. But that shit never came, you know. And y'all were reaching to the majors, reaching out to other labels and stuff. Man, we was calling people. Nobody was calling back, you know. And P called me to his house one day in the country club, and that's when he was doing that. Not the last. It might have been the last time. One of the only garbage or something. One of them albums he was doing, and it was like one of his last big albums. You know, remember that double CD he did? It was after that one. It was the one after that one, and he was like, "Well, you know, like man, you know, what y'all got going on?" And I'm like, "Not really nothing." He's like, "Well, why the fuck would y'all, you know, come ask for a release and you don't got nothing else going on?" And I was just like, I was looking stupid, you know. He was just like, you know, you don't never get no other job when you ain't got, don't never quit your job when you ain't got another job. And like, that's the last time I talked to him. Well, I seen him at Rest in Peace Kiva. I seen him at Kiva funeral. That's his cousin. That's my partner T. With the last hard serious conversation. Yeah, the last conversation we had was like, that was years. This is in the '90s. You know, I never heard a word from dude after that. Do you feel you're not? Would you regret any of it? I mean, any of it you would do differently? I mean, when you know, that's kind of like not how life go. You know, like at whatever your age is right now. You know what I'm saying? My age right now. If I knew what I knew now at 18, fuck, I'd be a motherfucker. You know, I mean, you know, you see things that you wish you could have did over. You would have did it differently. You know, your life might have been a little different, but that's how you become full circle who you is now. The shit you go through. You know, so of course I would have did some shit differently, you know, if I knew better, like knew what I knew now. But, you know, would I really change it? Probably not. I'm just saying probably not, because it may have gave me the wisdom and stuff that I have now. See, those things I didn't care about. I didn't care about no house. I didn't care about no car. The shit was dropping out of the sky. You know, I wrecked my Camaro, he'd give me a Aurora. You know, wrecked the Aurora, he'd give me a truck. You know. You know, that kind of shit. I'm saying it wasn't brand new. It was his old vehicles and shit. You know, like I had a rental for a whole year one time. You know, never paid the bill. You know, they paid all of that. But I'm saying, you living like this for a little while, and you think that this shit gonna be forever. You think that you just gonna, you know, you get 25,000 here, you get 10,000 there. You think this shit gonna keep dropping out the sky, then it stop. Now, just imagine you being this rap. And then you got to come back to the hood and hustle. You know, that's crucial. You know, and so nationwide video, but nobody know you here for that. Like, they know you worldwide, but the local people don't really know you for that. You know, your hood know you. You know, but no, you're not recognizable. See, we never really had that big song where we could, you know, that mainstream song. We never was on nothing like that. You know, so we don't have a recognizable. We got songs that, like, I look at another interview I did, and I see all kind of people commenting saying that was their shit, because I said we couldn't rap then. You know, like, I didn't think we was all right. You know, we was getting better as time went on. If you would have locked us in the room like Lil Wayne, we might have got great. You know, I'm smoking weeds and whatnot, but we didn't. You listen to it now, what you think? Man, I'll never listen to that shit. But I'm saying for the time it was hard. For the time that it hit, it was hard as a motherfucker. It was surprising. It surprised a bunch of motherfuckers. You know, like I remember Biles to come up in that say, boy, y'all shit hard. You know, and that made us feel good. You know, from coming from, you know, a dude like him or whatever. But I don't even know if P ever listened to our shit. You know, he just wasn't. And that come from you ever heard a song called Greens, Cornbread, and Cabbage? Well, it was a song, man. That beat was hitting. Moby Dick was up in there, and P went up in that bitch and freestyle. You know, P rap his ass off, especially at the time. He could say whatever he want. And it was just gonna hit. Remember when Wayne was hot? He could say whatever the fuck he want. Young boy could say whatever the fuck he want. It's gonna hit. So P was hot like that. So he went up in that bitch and he tried to. It was a song that was going on, a soundtrack or something. And he tried to turn us on to the world, and we wasn't ready. And Mac and Fiend was sitting over there like, you ever seen how on Bugs Bunny or something, how they talk, he got the steak in the fork and they about to eat the rabbit. That's how Mac and Fiend was looking at that beat, and them dudes was good. And so we couldn't come up with nothing. I remember Skinu just kept saying, give me the money, you keep the bitches, we ball it. And we just couldn't come up with nothing. We wasn't those kind of, like you gotta shoot them jumpers. We just got in the gym and picked up a basketball. Fiend and Mac and them was shooting them jumpers. You gotta shoot them jumpers. So them dudes was sitting there waiting to eat, and man, they got on that shit and ate his head off. I'm talking about them that rapped green cornbread and cabbage. Them tore that shit up. Mac ate that bitch. Like a Fiend wasn't gonna let you burn him. He was a competitor. He was gonna keep up. And so we ended up doing the same song with Cain and Abel, the same with P verse, and we put a verse on it with Cain and Abel, but to me it was rookie. We didn't, like the way I sound now, I ain't sound nothing like that then. I used to be seeing in the comments and shit, people talking about Uzy Man was the best. Nobody knew us and know me as no fucking Uzy Man. P did that. Everybody know me as E, everybody knows Skinu as Skinu, everybody know T as Gangsta T. P called us in the office and said, prime suspects, y'all got to be like guns, Uzi, Glock, and 9. So New 9 just took that. I'm New 9. I'm like, fuck.
So let's get the name. P gave us a name.
P gave us a name, but nobody knew us as that. I only put Uzi Man on my Instagram at first, so people would be looking for us and couldn't find us.
Y'all had a group name before then?
No, we always was the prime suspects, but we wanted to go by our names, E, Skinu, and T. Nah, fuck that. Y'all got to be like guns or something. Alright, shit. Alright. So that's what it was. Nowadays, the way I rhyme now, I be trying to tell them youngsters, I be trying to teach almost, like if ever I come out my mind, I come out with something about some robbing and killing and all that shit. I'm talking about some shit from little boy shit or speaking in third person. But like I tell them something like, if you ever did something wrong, you better do something right quick. And that's for anybody who listening. And so, my shit be like this now. Like a lot of niggas get it twisted playing with a nigga. All it take is one, you can cancel Christmas. Switch him, stick him, squeeze it till you hit a click. My peers gonna judge me. I get 12, you get 6. Yo, pick a nigga who gonna die like I'ma die for me. Ain't no nigga gonna ride like I'ma ride for eat. The law of the land, the strong surviving by the weak. When voices escalate, them niggas get to pulling it off heat. You spook a nigga, you get a toe tag in a zipper bag, your own refrigerator. That boy funeral was so sad. The brass band jumping, your mom about to lose it. The demons come and get your soul, the flesh you had abused that. Your lowest casket in the ground and throw the dirt on that. Allah, Jehovah, Jesus, Wallah. Yo, pinch yourself, motherfucker. Do that feel real. These niggas out you tripping, you better pop them chill pills. Boy, you going to the afterlife. Everybody going there neck. Everybody scared. Everybody dead. And everybody got the answer up. Cause all y'all know what y'all did. You can't lie behind them lies no more. Was you really out here bucking, bro?